What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to get right into it. YouTube drama at an all-time high. So let's start with the latest and greatest, being the I Fly Lion Eye and the Raw Instinct issue. It all started with I Fly calling out Raw Instinct as a liar and saying he was stealing T. Martin and his own tips and tricks and using that shit as his own content. Builds his channel. He gets a video with like 1 million views playing the sad song Story. Building his channel, off of somebody else's success, and then off of trying to call somebody out. And that seems how a lot of people like to build their channels, is through drama. But let's just continue forward. So then, come to find out, I Fly Lion Eye is doing the exact same shit. He's stealing tips and tricks from T. Martin and using it as his own and trying to continue his channel growth. That's cool. Raw Instinct should have come out right then and there and put his ass on blast. But no, Raw Instinct was in fucking hiding for like 3 months while I Fly Lion Eye was growing. And instead of coming out then, Raw Instinct still plays like a little bitch and doesn't put any videos out. So then somebody, and God knows who, finds I Fly Lion Eye and some gay webcam chatter bait or whatever the fuck it's called, jacking his dick in the privacy of his own home on a webcam, making money off of it apparently. And now Raw Instinct just comes back from the fucking dead to run his fucking mouth about I Fly Lion Eye. Okay, fair enough. You was too big of a pussy to come out and call the dude out when he was doing the exact same shit as you, and he called you out for it. But okay, you want to come out now when you have proof that he was masturbating on a webcam from his own living room or whatever the fuck it was in his house. Okay, dude, that's cool. You want to come out and post pictures of the dude jacking his dick on Twitter and all that shit. That's fine. Kind of fucking fruity in my opinion, but okay. And then you're going to go as far as trying to find people in the Air Force, because that's, I Fly Lion Eye supposedly in the Air Force. Going to try to find people in the Air Force to email this motherfucking video to. And why would you do that? Well, because he wants to try to get him dishonorably discharged. Okay, so we'll even try to put the rationale behind that and say that it was brought out that I Fly Lion Eye tried to get Raw Instinct kicked out of college. So here's where my issue starts to really kick in and why it really starts to piss me off. Motherfuckers really need to understand what the unemployment rate is in the United States of America, and then come to the the determination that they shouldn't be trying to fuck with somebody's fucking actual livelihood, because it's going to make them a non-productive member of society. They're going to be living off the damn government unemployment and shit. You know how hard it is to get a job if you got a fucking dishonorable discharge? Okay, so let's go there. And you know how hard it is to get a well-paying job with just a high school diploma, no college education? Okay, so I'm assuming you do, and if you don't, then do the numbers, look it up, Google search it, all that good shit. And this is where my issue really kicks in. Unemployment, like I said, a huge fucking problem in the United States. You got motherfuckers with families that can't afford to feed them, that are living off of government assistance because they can't get a fucking job. We got somebody in the Air Force actually making money, being productive. He has somebody trying to get him kicked out the Air Force because he tried to get somebody kicked out of college who was going to college to get a degree to try to get a better job to make better money to support himself. So right then and there, both you guys, I hope you fucking burn in hell for trying to be little bitches like that, because that's some fucking gay ass shit. If you tried to do something like that to me, then I'd probably go to prison for fucking you up. I'm not gonna lie. If you tried to cost me my job, my actual job, I would fucking beat the shit out of you in real life. And that's just how it is, because I'm not scared of somebody. I'm not gonna sit here and hide behind a goddamn computer. I'm not trying to talk shit to nobody. I'm just trying to do this YouTube thing as a hobby, because I have a real job. And guess what? I Fly has a real job with the Air Force, and this dude was going to college, Raw Instinct, to have a get a real job. And so that if this YouTube shit just ever dies out, then it's no longer an issue, because they have the fucking fallback to go make money and be productive members of society. But both of them want to be little fucking bitches and try to get each of them fucked over for life, and that's fucked up. You're fucking with somebody's life outside of YouTube, and that's just fucking stupid, and it's wrong in my opinion. All because of some bullshit drama on fucking YouTube. And this is why I always say, you ever really want to see the true character of a man, put money in front of him, and you'll see how he really is. Everybody has a fucking price, is whether or not you can afford to pay it, and that's just the way it is. And I don't understand why people won't, there's people that don't believe that, but I guarantee you, if somebody gave you the right amount of money, you'd probably kill anybody but your fucking child. And that's just me being honest. Now sure, some people have some great morals, and that's cool, but at the same time, money's not involved in that. So this YouTube thing, money gets involved. Big money. Big money out of it, if you're good at it. And now you got to look at somebody, and we're going to talk about this. You look at somebody who's really successful with this shit. somebody who makes great money doing this, and that's White Boy 7th Street. And you can hate on his tactics, and I don't blame you. I don't really like his content, so you can hate on his content and everything, and you can say what he's doing is cheap, but at the end of the fucking day, his tactics for doing it is fucking marketing genius for YouTube, because he's grown bigger than most YouTube channels as far as Call of Duty commentators, and he's fucking done it really, really fast, and he's making huge money. He's got a bunch of fucking subs and gets tons of views, and it's fucking crazy that people hate on him non-stop because of the strategies and tactics he used. Look at most companies that make a lot of money. Motherfuckers don't care about that shit. When you're a company owner, you just care about turning a profit. You care about making money. That's what the fuck you do this for. You don't do companies and businesses to fucking go broke or to damn be everybody's friend. You do it to make money. People that are doing YouTube solely to make money, they're going to use those strategies. And I mean, Woody's Gamer Tag is another one. Don't really care for his content, so I'm not sub to him. I don't watch it. There's nothing wrong with that. I just don't care. I don't hate on the man. I don't give a fuck what he does with his channel, because he's doing what he feels he needs to do to be the most successful, and you can't fault a man for that. Hold on, my cigarette went out, so give me a second here. Can't keep ranting without being able to smoke and calm the nerves and stuff. But you can't fault a man for doing what he feels is necessary to to be the most profitable he can become at something he is trying to do, and when it comes to an endeavor of this, situation or this magnitude. But people want to fucking non-stop hate, and that's cool. It's okay to air your opinion. Say it one time and be done with it, because that's what I'm doing here. This will be the first and the last time you ever see a video like this on my channel. I don't give a fuck if everybody that's mentioning this thing makes a video talking shit about me. You will never see me make a fucking reply video to it, because I'm going back to what I want to do, and that's to fucking have fun doing commentaries on YouTube, because that's what I do it for. I have a job to support my family. I work 40+ hours a week to do that. Except for right now, because I got my big long Christmas break. Got the next 18 days off. But people are gonna do what they gotta do to make the most money off of this. Now, if you just in this as a hobby like myself and like a lot of other commentators are, that's cool. Now, speaking on that, if you really want to watch how somebody does this for a hobby but still is very successful at it, and how they built their channel, XCal is probably one of the good ones to watch, and Blame Truth would be another good one, and then Fisticuffs would be another good one. He keeps it pretty damn honest in my opinion. But if you want to do this just strictly to try to make money off of, what better person to watch than White Boy? He has some of the best fucking tactics and strategies to grow his channel anybody has ever used and implemented. And he's been very successful doing it. And you cannot fault a man for that. You can't hate on him for that. You can be pissed off because he's more successful than you, but that just makes you a fucking hater. Plain and simple. There's a lot of people. Thunder is pretty good when he's pretty damn honest. He speaks the truth. I mean, he made some comments about, the conduct that iFly was using, and I understand that, because Thunder's actually in a fucking military branch. Well, not military, but government position where he's a firefighter, and that's cool. So he kind of has a right to comment on that, because they're in similar type of fields. While it's not military, they're both, government positions where you might be held to a little bit of a higher standard. But my whole issue with it is, the motherfucker's doing this in the privacy of his own home. It's not like he's out there Pee Wee Herman in it, jacking his dick in the fucking movie theater or something. Nobody can see it other than the people that are actually watching the webcam, and he might be making money off of it. I mean, fuck, he's trying to make money, he's trying to make bank, he's trying to make a better life for himself and for his wife. If his wife ain't got a problem with it, why the fuck do a bunch of grown men that don't even fucking know the motherfucker have a problem with it for? And that's where the real issue comes in, and that's where the hate starts to really kick in. Is this dude's wife, somebody who lives with him, who is married with him, who has taken vows with him to spend the rest of her life with him, if she don't have a fucking problem with it, why does a grown fucking man who ain't never met the dude got a problem with it? And then why in the hell did somebody like Raw Instinct, who gets put on blast, who basically then tucks tail and run, wants to come back now because he's got something against the dude that he can use as ammunition, because he's too big of a fucking bitch to defend himself on his own merits? And that's just fucking stupid. That's fucking gay, and that's fucking pussy shit, and it is what it is. And if the dude don't like it, he can fucking inbox me and I'll explain myself even further. But the plain and simple fact is, dude, you a bitch, you a pussy. You waited till you had something on him to try to come back when you could have just tried to defend yourself on your merits alone. Or maybe this. Don't steal other people's shit and try to use it as your own to build your fucking channel. Do something on your own, man. Use your own fucking content. There's a good idea. Let's try that. Anyway, that's the end of the rant. That's the end of the gameplay. Like I said, this is it. This is one and done. You'll never see nothing else like this from me again on this channel. That I promise you. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching.